This is a quick video on how to plot UTM coordinates for an adventure race. When you show up to register for an adventure race, they hand you your topographical map, and then they also give you your checkbook, passport book, whatever they call it. There's so many names for it. But what it has on it is all the checkpoints that you're going to be attaining in a UTM format. And you need to be able to plot those coordinates down so you know your course. So we're going to learn how to do that. So what I've done is we are going to find this coordinate 511341 easterly and 4766208 northerly. So if we look at our map, down at the bottom, let's see if I can zoom in here, down at the bottom, you see a coordinate number. So on this map we see, let's see if I can get my 506, 507, 509, and 511. So what that's kind of specifying is in between 509 and 511 there is 2 kilometers worth of distance. So right here in between those there is another line. You can see that. That would be 510. So in between each grid line is 1 kilometer or 1,000 meters, and then that's traveling from east to west, or west to east. And then we have our northerly heading, which is on the right side of our map, and we can see over here there's 4766, 4767. So on this side they're actually putting it every kilometer. Now you'll also see sometimes this other number here, that is a longitude and latitude number. Just ignore it because it's a different system than what we're using for UTM. So when you are plotting your coordinate, you have to have a grid. Now usually when you go to your race, they'll hand you a grid and it will be scaled to your map. Let's see if it'll zoom in here. So this grid here is made for a 1 in 50,000 scale map. It's not going to be able to use with this map, because if you see on this map here, it shows you that it is, let's see if I got it, 1 in 30,000 or 1 in 30,750. So that's kind of the challenge with adventure racing, is that when you come to a race, you don't necessarily know the scale of map that you're getting. And so I think it's a waste of time to kind of buy all these preset grids to certain scales. Yes, 1 in 24,000 is one of the most popular, but in every race that I've participated in, it's been almost a different scale every time. And in fact, some races don't even provide you with a scale at all. So it's important to learn how to make your own scale. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So if you look at the bottom of this key, now you can also see the distance. Right here you have the distance in kilometers, and then you have it in feet, and then you have it in miles. Remember that the grid system on the map is in the meters or kilometers units, and so you need to make your grid within that unit or you will not find your checkpoints. So now what we need to do is make our own grid. So what I do is I take just really any type of card, hardstock paper. It's kind of nice. You don't want something flimsy. But you line the corner up with 0, and then you're going to mark every 100 meters, which is on the grid. So we just thumb across there. And at 500 meters, I like to give myself just a little bit of a longer line just for reference. It makes it easier when you're plotting your coordinates to see where the halfway mark is, and I also do it for that. At 1 kilometer. And now that's one side. We have to do it on the other side. So line the corner up again, and we mark it down every 100 meters. Make it longer at the 500 meter mark. Okay, so now we have a grid, okay, that is set to the scale of this map. Now when we come to our UTM coordinate, okay, we have the first 3 numbers on the easterly coordinate, and that's just really the first 3 numbers to give you the zone or quadrant that you're going to be in on the map. So 511, and then we look at here, and there's 511, and it's usually three, well, it is three numbers for the east and west headings, and then the four numbers for the north and south headings. So if you look over here, there's 4766. Again, those first 3 and 4 numbers are just to establish the quadrant in the UTM that you're going to. The last numbers, or really the last 3 numbers, are now the meters that you are traveling, or the distance it is from that quadrant. So we are traveling, or we're going to adjust in a distance of 341 meters east, and we're going to adjust 208 meters north. So that's where we basically just need to make this adjustment when we put our paper down on the grid, or our grid down on the paper. So now we come to our 511 coordinate right here, and so kind of line up our point to that, and then we're looking for 4766. So 4766 is right here. So now we look at our line and we draw from 511, let's see, and 4766. So now what I'm doing is I'm just putting my grid in that corner. Okay, and now we travel the distance. So it's now 511, 341. So now we travel on our grid paper 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then it's in between that's 300 meters, but now we got 41 meters to travel, which is really kind of halfway in between the 3 and the 4. So I just kind of go partial. It's more of a guesstimate. You don't need to be too exact when it comes to that 100th meter. Now we want to travel our north direction, which is 4766, 208 meters up. So we want to go 100, 200, and it's just really barely off 200 meters, 208 meters. So then we make sure that we're lined up, we're dialed in, and then right where this point is, okay, is our destination. And so we circle that, and that is your checkpoint.